Sam to the Bearcats, pride runs deep and strong. In Huntsville, Texas, we sing our song. With love and hospitality, we opened up our doors. In this beautiful town, blessings we explore. Sting of hornets, beat 'em up cats, Sound Houston State, where dreams are at. Good morning, Huntsville, we find our way.
Yeah, that's it. Good morning, Huntsville, as we get rolling here on a wonderful Walker County Federal Credit Union Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out with us as we start a brand new day here in this beautiful community. As you're up this morning, 57 degrees. A nice day on the way, though. How about sunny and 78? And I want to invite all of you to come tonight here to First Baptist Church, right across the street at our Family Life Center. We are going to have fellowship and worship tonight outside, right behind the Family Life Center. Those of you that come to Upwards Basketball know where that is. If not, just find the church and go across the street. It's a big building. You can't miss it. It's got blue awnings on the doors. Just don't park around back because we're going to have that whole area for families. But it should be a beautiful day and a beautiful evening to come out. And even if you're not a member, come tonight. Please come tonight and come enjoy the worship. We'll have a little hot dog roast going on, bounce houses for the kids. It is going to be just a wonderful, wonderful evening. It's part of our fall Wednesday Night Live program that we wrap up, and then we won't get going again, I believe, until March. And so this is kind of the final, not want to say goodbye, because goodbye sometimes can be sad, but it's just the final, hey, we'll see you back in March. So again, come tonight. Even if you didn't come during the year or during this past semester, come tonight. Bring the children, bring your families. Everyone is welcome. And we've opened this up to the community as well. We want you to just come and have fellowship with us tonight. Again, that will get underway from 5:30 to 7:30 this evening here at First Baptist Church. I do want to welcome you in. As I said earlier, this is a wonderful Walker County Federal Credit Union Wednesday. Taylor will be with us here before too long. She always takes her little one to school in the mornings. I'm Rob Hipp, and I want to welcome you in. Do us a favor. Do me a favor. Let me know that you're out there this morning. I always love to interact with all of you guys, and I like to hear what's going on in your neck of the woods. Yesterday was Veterans Day, and so many wonderful events going on around the community. I know the American Legion Post 95, they had a dinner last night. The Hearts Veterans Museum had an awesome dinner. They even had a wedding in the middle of that banquet last night. Tara Burnett and her staff do such a wonderful job. My good friend Tyler Fordyce was running sound for that event, and many others stepped up to help and volunteer. I wasn't able to make it out there. I had to be with the children last night, but I'll tell you, I know it was a great event. I saw the Facebook posts all over the internet, and that's what I love about Huntsville. I've said it time and time again that this community is all about serving our veterans and serving each other. And that's kind of where I wanted to start this morning. Before I go into that a little bit deeper, though, I want to thank Elliot Herzlich from Elliot's Jewelers. He's online at elliotsjewelers.com. Elliot's been with us since day number one. And, of course, here on this Wednesday, we couldn't do it without Walker County Federal Credit Union. They are your full-service community credit union, serving Walker County since 1957. There's a lot happening here in Huntsville. One thing that I wanted to highlight, we're going to do another drawing this week for our Hope Stays Open campaign. Kyle Kreiner, who's already messaging us this morning, had the idea for this after he saw a friend do it, Kreiner Group Consulting. But this Hope Stays Open campaign will run through this month. We've raised a few $100s to help out, actually with Kyle's donation too, I think close to $500 now, to help out at least 5 families. We'd like to help out 10 if we could. But every week we're going to draw, and right now we've got enough to draw 1 per week. We'll give $100 a week to families in need. We've had about 8 families fill out the form now. 1 received those funds last week. And again, this is the Hope Stays Open campaign. And what we want to do is just bless families. You know, the government shutdown is apparently coming to an end, but that doesn't mean that the trouble stops. There's a lot of people that didn't receive a check. There's a lot of people that are just struggling. And this idea came about because of the government shutdown, but it's much more than that. Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and people need help right now, and we'd love for you to help. You can support through our transparent donation through Spirit Media Incorporated. We're a 501c3 nonprofit, and families in need, you can register at tinyurl.com/hope stays open if you need assistance. If you'd like $100, we'll put you in a drawing. But again, it's tinyurl.com/hope stays open. And if you'd like to give, anything helps, whether it's $5 or $25 or $100, whatever you feel like you could do. We encourage you to give this morning online at givebutter.com/hope stays open. Again, that website, givebutter.com/hope stays open. We've raised $425 for the campaign. And again, all of those funds will go to help families in need. And so my challenge this morning, actually, if we could just get $75 more this morning, just $75, that would be able to enable us to bless 4 more families, 5 families total. And I would love if you guys were able to do that this morning. That would be incredible if you're able to do that. Again, it's the Hope Stays Open campaign. There's another campaign that's been going on, and I don't know if this person wants to be recognized, so I'm not going to say it right now. I know that they probably wouldn't, but we had an anonymous donation of $500 to help out for the Every Student Deserves Clean Clothes campaign. This was brought to our attention by Bridget Maloney, who does such a wonderful job in our community, just promoting Huntsville and promoting – that's weird. One of my ears just went out. There we go. One of my ears went out for a minute. Promoting our community and also promoting our youth, and especially those at Huntsville ISD. And she had an idea to help out HISD Social Services. HISD Social Services. There's 250, 300 children in our community, friends. We were talking about it yesterday with Adrian Hunter, Cabins of More of Texas. That these students, these children don't have a place to call their own home. And so when we hear the word homeless, we think, well, somebody's living under a bridge or maybe they're outdoors. It doesn't necessarily mean that. It means that they just don't have a place to live that they call their own. We've got a lot of children right here in Huntsville that are going through that. And because of that, they don't have an opportunity to wash clothes. They may not have an opportunity to get hygiene items that they need. Well, Bridget wanted to help out and at least try to get their clothes washed, and that's what HISD Social Services, that's just a small part of what they do in such an impactful and big way to help out these students. And so this campaign, we did have a $500 donation come in for that. What we're doing with that money is we are purchasing laundry cards from Smiley's to help those students in need to be able to go and do laundry. And $25 will get a lot of loads of laundry done. And so if you take 500 and divide it by 25, I'm pretty bad at math, but that's quite a bit of laundry cards that are going to go to help out these students to get their clothes washed. And so if you'd like to donate to that campaign, that is still open as well. You can go onto our website at hellohuntsvilletx.com. Again, hellohuntsvilletx.com. And it wasn't a $25 card. I just looked. It's actually a $20 card. And so 25 cards. I can do that math for some reason, easier than the 25. But that'll be 25 cards just from that donation alone are going to HISD Social Services to help out those children in need. I know I'm covering a lot this morning, friends, because I wanted to let folks know what is going on. Something else that came through to our attention, and I did not see the email. We were waiting on this, and I appreciate Stacy Law over at the Senior Center of Huntsville. I got an email from her this morning, and then I looked in my spam, and I found the press release that we were waiting on. This was actually from about a week ago, and I apologize that we didn't get this up. We were waiting on it, but again, it was in my spam. That the Meals on Wheels in Walker County is facing reduced funding as well. Friends, I'm telling you, this shutdown has affected so many things, and not just that, but other things going on are starting to affect a lot of local organizations right here in our backyard in Walker County. And the Meals on Wheels program is seeking community support. I want to read this. A week ago, they announced that they're facing a reduction in funding that will impact meal delivery. This for seniors that attend in person to fellowship at the center, dining and transportation services for local adults and homebound residents. The program, listen to this, currently serves over 200 individuals throughout Walker County. Each day, volunteers who are dedicated deliver more than just a meal. They deliver a friendly face, a safety check, and a reminder that someone cares. Due to recent federal funding reduction rolled back to pre-pandemic budgeted funds, the organization has begun the process, unfortunately, of having to reduce the number of meals served. Stacy Law, the CEO of the Meals on Wheels program, the Senior Center here in Huntsville, said that we are committed to continuing our mission of ensuring that no senior goes hungry or unseen. However, with these reduced funds, we will need the community's help to keep the meals on the table for our neighbors. The organization is seeking additional support through donations to sustain meal deliveries and outreach programs. Friends, if you want to help out with this is huge, and I think the actual donation that it requires to feed one senior per month, and if I'm wrong on this, Stacy, I apologize. We met about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. It's my understanding it's about $130 a month. And these are meals, Monday through Friday, a meal a day that go to these seniors in the community. I used to deliver for the Meals on Wheels program here in Huntsville, and I know how important that is to our senior citizens. And so I want to encourage you this morning, if you would like to help out with that, you can make donations right now here to Spirit Media. Again, everything that we do is 100% transparent. We're a 501c3. We're gold certified through it used to be GuideStar. Now it's, I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. Candid. Candid is the nonprofit organization now that you can get information through. We are gold certified or gold star, however they rank that, because of our transparency through Candid. And so if you'd like to make a donation to Spirit Media and just tag those funds for the Meals on Wheels, we will definitely get that money over to Stacy. And then she's going to launch a campaign here hopefully sometime later today or this week through Give Butter as well for the Meals on Wheels program. And so, again, if you're something may be tugging at you this morning, say, my goodness, there's all these needs going on in our community. Maybe you didn't have any idea. And I know right now everybody is asking everybody for everything. But just a little bit here and a little bit there, it goes a long, long way. I don't ever like to use that analogy of, well, it's just a cup of coffee, because I'm telling you what, if you have 20 cups of coffee, that adds up pretty quick. But what I will say, if you just have a few bucks to donate to these organizations, please consider and prayerfully consider doing so. This wasn't in the release, but it's my understanding that there's like 90 people or something on the waiting list for the Meals on Wheels program. And from what I understand, I believe that 75 that are already there, there's 100 or almost 200 that are currently getting served. They're going to have to reduce that by almost half because of the funding. I don't think the press release Stacy put out is great, but there's some severity to this, that not only are they not receiving the funding, but these folks will not receive the meals. And you think about getting the meal, but when I was delivering, it's so much more than just these seniors receiving a meal. Sometimes for many of them, this is the only interaction that they get, the only social interaction that they get throughout the week. Is when that driver comes and delivers that meal to their home. And you think about that. All of us this morning are listening to the show, and we more than likely we've got friends, we got somebody that we talk to, and maybe this is your outlet. Maybe this is how you connect with the outside world. For some of these seniors in our community right here in this area throughout Walker County, for some of them, the only social interaction that they get is through that senior center and through the Meals on Wheels program. They don't have access to social media. They're not getting on Facebook or any of those things. They're talking face-to-face with the person who delivers the meals. I want you to think about that really deep this morning and think about how you can help. Again, donations here to Spirit Media. If you'd like to do that, just reach out to us and let us know. You can email us. The best way to do that is email victory@spiritradio.fm. It's victory@spiritradio.fm. And we will publish more information about this later today for how you can help as well. One other thing, too, that I wanted to mention on a really positive note, Chris Brown has been a huge advocate for Huntsville and helping out folks. I wanted to thank him. He doesn't do it for the thanks. In fact, he rolled up in his truck next to me yesterday and honked at me. I was on the phone with my mom. But Chris he always blesses families with groceries, and he asked for community support. Chris Brown has Jump Around Moonwalks. Great man here in Huntsville. Had him on the show about a month ago or so. But he was able to raise $1,500 to help families get groceries here in Huntsville. And I mean, that was just a quick campaign that he put out there on social media, shared it through a couple of groups, and within a couple of hours, he had that fully funded. And so I just wanted to say to Chris, man, that is excellent work. And, you know, I think that's the best way that we can help others. We can get on this show and talk about you giving and helping. We want you to. But think about your neighbor next door this morning. Is there something that you can do for your neighbor next door? Maybe adopt that family. Just like the Meals on Wheels program. Adopt a family. That's what we're asking for. If you think about $130 a month, that's a lot of money. But pull your office together. If you work for a organization and you've got several employees, ask each employee to pitch in $25 a month or $10 a month, or maybe you'll match what they put in. And I know that we can get this funded pretty quick to help out. Well, hey, we're going to step aside. We're going to take a break. Continue to let us know that you're out there this morning. Many folks are joining us. Taylor Chandler is here in the studio, and we'll have her on. When we come back, it is a wonderful Walker County Federal Credit Union Wednesday as we continue to promote and celebrate the good here in Huntsville. We'll step aside and take a break, and we'll be back. Look forward to those comments that you're sending in when we come back. Stay with us, please.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church, Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Imagine a voice of hope reaching every corner of Huntsville, from homes and hospitals to prison walls. That's the heart of Spirit Radio. We're a truly local 501c3 nonprofit, and we're raising $25,000 to build our tower and get on the air. With your help, we'll broadcast encouragement, truth, and the love of Christ across our community and across the world through the Spirit Radio FM app. Visit spiritradio.fm and give today. Let's bring light to Huntsville and beyond together.
Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope. The church should be transformational. And maybe you've never been to church, or maybe life has left you feeling lost, but Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." At First Baptist Church, Huntsville, a harbor of hope, we're not trying to fit in with the world. We're here to help you step into something greater, a fresh start, a new life in Christ. Join us this Sunday at 10:45 and see what God can do in your life. Visit fbchuntsville.org. Hope is here, and we're saving a seat just for you.
Loving Jesus, loving people side by side. In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
At Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, we're not just a place where children pass the time. We are not a daycare. We are a child care center focused on the growth, learning, and discovery. Every day, children engage in meaningful activities that build confidence, independence, and a love for learning. From reading and math to social and practical life skills, our students are active participants in their development. Ready to give your child something more? Visit tomorrowspromise.info and discover what makes our school different. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Education you can trust.
This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
This is Deneen with Guardian Defense, and you're listening to Spirit Radio.
This is Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, and you're listening to Spirit Radio.
Chaos of another day, shadows chasing, dreams were wearing thin, but your love broke through, calling me again. You saw me drown and reached into the deep, pulled me from the wreckage, now I believe. You turn it all around, you make the ashes beautiful.
All right, welcome back at it this morning. Maybe you're going through something. Today is the day that you can turn it all around.
Halfway through the week, it is time to prepare for the weekend. It's on the downhill slide.
Look, there she is, Taylor Chan. Look, I'm going to put the camera. Oh, look, there she is, Taylor.
Oh, I don't like that.
Welcome in.
I told you, I was like, I lost my makeup bag. And you're like, let's zoom in. First thing.
Well, you didn't say it right. First of all, it's big. You make it big.
You're making it big, and I don't like that.
Welcome in. Taylor Chandler joining us. Walker County Federal Credit Union, your full service community credit union. I got to tell you something. I got some new shoes, man. I finally hit that. Is this trendy? Do these go with the black dress pants? I don't think they do.
I mean, yes. You're talking to me who can't. I struggled this morning with my plum shirt. And I was like, what color pants do you wear with plum? I think those match.
Anything. Well, these are Sperry's.
Sperry's go with everything.
Yeah.
Same with Crocs. Crocs of any color go with everything.
Here's what's cool on the Sperry's. Shout out Pam. I don't mind admitting this. When you get 40 and have children and you're like trying to save money when you don't have money, you go to Bargain Box.
Hey.
Dude, these are like brand new. I went over there yesterday. I was just wandering around the square.
Looking lost.
No, I was. I'm an antiquer, man. I was telling Sweet, man, I feel so bad. I forget her name. If y'all are watching, y'all know A Niche in Time, the lady that's over there. I cannot think.
Oh, that place is so cute.
Man, I'm an antiquer, all right?
Okay,
I'm an
all
antiquer. Right. And so I was walking around, and I started hopping in all the stores, and Pam over at Bargain Box. I love Pam. Her and her sister. Her sister has the antique shop next door. And started chatting with her, and I didn't even really go in for any reason other than just to say hello. I like to just pop in and say hi. Yeah.
Take a little detour around, see if you need anything.
So I'd had a breakfast over at Cafe Texan. Their chicken fried steak is unbelievable.
For breakfast? That's a big breakfast.
Yeah, with the egg over easy, you throw it on top of it. So I was over there chilling for a little bit, and then the whole plan yesterday was to go home and get a bunch of stuff done.
What happened?
Tell you about that in a minute, because a bunch of stuff didn't get done. But anyways, I started wandering around the square and popped in over to Pam, and then I decided to go to Niche in Time. I don't know if I should admit this, but I got kind of a Martha Stewart tendency, okay?
Go into detail with that. Now, what does that mean?
Now, not the...
Like the felon side?
No. Not the let's go commit...
tax fraud?
Yeah, tax fraud side. The creative side.
Oh.
All right? So I'm a guy. I mean, we're supposed to be tough, but there's a soft side to me. It's antiquing, okay? And that kind of thing. And so I walk in.
Wait, let's put a pin in there real quick. Can we just talk about like how the difference between masculinity and toxic masculinity is? Like, a man should be able to be soft without being...
Well, I'm soft on the antiquing, okay?
Okay.
So I go in. So I go in. I visit with Pam. I see these. They just came in.
And they were your size.
Not only were they my size, this guy also had dropped off. I didn't get the pants. I probably should have. He dropped off like new pairs of pants. Guess what they were? 38, 32. Guess what my size is? 38, 32.
I was like, I'm going to take a gander on that one.
Guess what size I can never find when I go buy clothes? 38, 32.
So why didn't you buy the pants? Did they match the shoes?
I don't like jeans a whole lot. I have one pair of jeans, and that's it. I wore them yesterday or 2 days ago.
I watched my kid try on jeans yesterday because we went shopping. Also, I thought school was not open yesterday for Veterans Day because we were closed. So my kid didn't go to school yesterday.
If you're watching from HISD, it was
that was
accident.
my bad. I really didn't. Like 11 o'clock.
Did you get a call?
No, about 11 o'clock, I was talking to her dad, and he was like, why is she not in school? And I was like, it's Veterans Day. You know that. You're a veteran. But he also teaches at the high school, and he was like, school is definitely in today. And I was like,
no.
Well, we played hooky.
Well, hold on. You didn't get a call?
No.
In Georgetown, they have an automated system. I don't know how it works, but if your child is not in school, you will get an automated call at 10 a.m. saying, so-and-so did not report to class today. And
just in case your kid's playing
Yeah,
hooky?
it's a helicopter system. It's a helicopter parent system.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
But no,
So no calls from here if you're... Wow.
I did get a text message, 2 text messages, multiple dojo messages that fundraisers came in yesterday. So... that was very important. Pick that up. And talk about good news.
Yeah, please.
Yesterday, shout out Sonic on Sam. That one.
One of them, yeah.
This one over here.
Okay.
I got an extra cheddar pepper in my small cheddar pepper order yesterday.
There you go.
And I was like, it's going to be a good day after I let my kid play hooky. But... squirrel.
Someone from the school's listening. She didn't mean to.
I did not mean for her to miss school.
Kathleen is the owner over at Niche and Time. I should have known this. Kathleen Nitchman. She's a wonderful lady. So here's the deal. I went over to Pam. All right. Got the shoes. I saw them. Done. They were like almost brand new. Done. Because I've never been like, I don't want to buy shoes that someone else has worn. It's just a thing. But these weren't really worn. They were pretty good shoes. I mean, they look brand new.
They look brand new.
Check that out. There's not even any...
There's no gum on the bottom.
No, there's no gum on the bottom. So anyways, I do that. I go over to Niche in Time for no particular reason, just to wander in.
Meander through.
Just to meander through. And I love that. I love the shops here in Huntsville because when you walk on the floor, they're kind of spongy, and so all the antiques, you hear them as you walk down the aisles. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about, and I'm like, I don't know if that's something to... But whatever. We're not yucking your yum. You enjoy walking through the stores of Huntsville.
So I talked to Kathleen for a minute, and then I keep on walking down. And all of a sudden, this lady comes up to me. She goes, this booth is 50% off. And I'm like, I don't need anything.
But let me look.
And the reason it's 50% off is because the sweet lady who owned that booth or rented that booth passed away, and her daughter didn't want to keep it going anymore.
Oh.
Well, this is the fishing booth. There's all these fishing lures and fishing rods. I guess, somehow she was all about the fish. Fishing. And so I start looking. I don't need anything. I don't need any fishing stuff, all right? But 50% off. There's a fishing rod there. Has the reel in it. A nice reel.
Ready to go.
Yeah, and at first I was like, okay, there's a reason it was marked $18, which would mean it would be $9. Really good deal, right? And so I picked that thing up, and I think the reason it's $9, 50% off, $18, is because I think I was like, okay, yeah, the reel is seized up.
Like it
won't move at all. But
did you push the button?
No, check this out. Okay. There was a little on-off little switch. Mm-hmm. It was locked. I found it kind of hidden, flipped it on. That thing is smooth as butter. Sold.
Done.
That's not the Martha Stewart side of me.
I'm like, that's manly.
That's just, so I got the fishing rod. But then I was like, wait a minute, that's too much, dude. You need to step it back down.
So you have a fishing rod, boat shoes. Because Sperry's were the OG boat shoes, correct?
Yes.
I'm catching a trend. Continue.
Well, the trend goes away, and then this is where the Martha Stewart kicks in. As I'm walking back, what do I see? This crystal glass bowl with little feet on it. Kind of looks like an old school bathtub, but it's a crystal bowl.
Ooh, perfect for a coffee table.
And for some reason that thing, I'm looking at it, and I'm sitting there thinking, man, that is a nice little crystal bowl. And then it takes me back to my grandmother and to really, not even my grandmother, it takes me back to my great Aunt Jessie. Aunt Jessie always had this cool bowl on her coffee table that was full of hard candies.
I was going to say, was it the hard candies?
Yes.
The Wertherfords?
No, not the Werthers.
Werthers. I love those.
Those things are nasty.
Oh, they're my
It's
favorite.
got that grandpa on the chair. Oh, and here, little Tommy, and shares one with him.
See, my grandmother used to keep those, and now you're being hateful.
Way too nostalgic. It's fake nostalgia.
I'm a fan.
So I see that bowl, and it catches my attention. I'm like, I don't need this stinking bowl, but guess how much it was? $18.
Half off?
Half off. $9.
Now you spent what you were going to spend if you would have bought one thing. You're doing girl math. I hope you know. That's what that's called.
I walk into there with nothing. I walk out spending, and I don't really have a dime to my name right now, but for $18, and I walked out with two. And I was so excited. I called my wife. I said, Bridget.
Guess what I found?
She's probably like, what are you talking? I found this crystal bowl, and I brought it home.
She's like, wow.
No, it's cool.
But think, you could put it even here. Picture this. Ready?
I could.
Seasons are coming. You put Christmas balls, and then you got a Christmas decorations. Hear me out.
Well,
because I don't know how your small children are with crystal things.
Well, here's the deal. There's another one in there that I really wanted that's bigger. Now I may go back today and get it and put it on this table.
Yeah, well, because normally you have books. And I was going to ask, what's going on with the books? You always have books here.
Well, there were too many, and it was
but
in the way.
But what are they for?
Stuff that I was reading. But see, I've stopped my college stuff for a while because there was just too much going on.
Right.
So I put in a petition to withdraw for this semester.
Did they allow it?
Oh yeah, they allowed it.
Okay.
Thankfully. And I was like, well, I was reading all that stuff. I come in here after the show and go through a lot of it, and I moved them. And now I'm back to just a couple. Because I felt like they were starting to creep up on the camera too.
Well, like I was always going to ask. I was like, well, maybe they're just
No, there's stuff in the middle of what I was supposed to be doing. Now I'm not doing it anymore, so it's all good. So here's the whole story too. If you're feeling overwhelmed, and see, Pastor Jason here first have been so good. He told me, he's like, dude, you need to take a break. If you're feeling overwhelmed, don't feel like a failure if you have to stop something. Because the enemy wanted to tell me right away, well, you've been at it a year and a half. You have a 4.0. Now you've blown it. That's the first thought that came into my mind. But then the second thought was, last week was an incredibly stressful week. I'll be transparent. It was one of the hardest weeks I've ever had in a long time. Now, I'm not trying to be sympathetic. I'm just saying it was a hard week. My wife, they gave her crazy hours. And so there was that added stress of the family side of things with the children, which I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it was a...
You were blessed to be stressed moving through.
Yeah, it was a really hard week. And so this week, they don't give her any hours. But last week was a wake-up call that there's no way that I can do all this and this and this and try to go to school. You think 6 hours isn't much. That turns into 30 hours a week. Mm-hmm. The final straw for me that was like an end-all, be-all for this term And it's nothing on the professor, one of my professors. I was learning Greek. Oh my gosh. There's a reason they say that's Greek to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be on a delayed learning curve for me. But
It's really going to help you out in life, knowing Greek.
No, it will help you in ministry because the New Testament, most of it was written in Greek. And so that's why I started taking it, because I have a Greek New Testament. It's legit, but it's all gibberish. But,
it's literally in Greek.
Yeah, it's literally in Greek, because that's the Old Testament was written in Aramaic and Hebrew. The New Testament written in Greek. And Paul wrote all of it in Greek. So that's why it's in Greek. And if you want to know exactly what was saying before the translators translated, that's why you learn the Greek. And it's really important. And Greek is actually a more versatile language than English because of all the... Yeah, there's different ways that they have these things called diphthongs, and I don't even know what all that stuff is, okay? But it's something to do with nouns and the way you can manipulate stuff, and it's apparently more diverse. It's open. It's even though there's 24 letters in it, and we have 25. How can you? And I just cannot wrap my head around how can you get one less letter, because I'm so wired on English. I've got to figure out a way to separate my brain from English when I study that, and it's difficult.
I could see that.
Anyways, long story. So, so it was a crazy week. So this week, because I don't have the added pressure, and obviously, Bridget, obviously wish she had hours, but they don't have anything for her right now. But there's no longer that added weight of, man, I got to get these assignments done. Every Wednesday I had to have stuff done. Every Sunday I don't have that right now, and it's a good thing because it's taken stress off of me.
Are you ready? Are you ready to be therapeutized?
Therapeutic.
Therapy this. So your girl has done a lot of therapy, and so this is not medical advice.
The rappy or therapy?
Therapy.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like rapping. I'm just kidding.
Buckle up. No. Yeah, I'm about to drop some bars in here. No. So there is a great theory by, I'm sure, somebody way smarter than me that says life is full of, we're all juggling a bunch of balls. It's full of plastic balls, glass balls, rubber balls. You're juggling them all. Make sure you are only dropping things that can bounce and come back. School, you can drop it and it'll hit the ground and bounce back up. It's a rubber ball. You can always go back to school and nothing gets thrown off. Family is a glass ball. If it drops, it shatters. So you don't want to drop that ball. So just kind of think that, where can you, like yours was school, it can be put on the back burner for a little bit. You're still prioritizing the things that need to be prioritized.
Kyle just corrected me. We have 26 letters in the alphabet.
I wasn't going to say anything, Kyle.
Because
I was like, I don't want to be wrong.
He said not to add extra stress, but we have 26. See, I don't even know. This is why I quit.
Aww.
You're right. So I didn't quit. I paused.
You put a pause in it.
Maybe a long pause. Imagine life. This is good. This is why Taylor's here. Imagine life as a game. Oh, by the way, I got to credit medium.com for this. Imagine life as a game in which you are juggling some 5 balls in the air. You name them: work, family, health, friends, and spirit. And you're keeping all of these in the air. But then you will soon understand that work is a rubber ball. If you drop it, it bounces back. But the other 4, family, health, friends, and spirit, are made of glass. Mm-hmm. If you drop one of these, they will be I can never say that word.
Irreparably?
No.
I'm not even going to.
Vocably. They will be
permanently
scuffed, Mark. I know what the word is. Like irrevocable, but I can't say irrevocably. There it is.
Boom.
They will be irrevocably scuffed, marked, nicked, damaged, or even shattered. They will never be the same. And so you must understand that. It's all about how you inflect it. You must understand that and strive for balance in your life.
Yes.
So there you go. That's good.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, you should hear my thing on grief.
That's good. You can tell that all these guys, though, they all study, like when they come talk to you, they all study the same thing. So do they get in a Reddit group and they're like, all right, guys, what are we going to talk about today, guys? When people come in. Oh, let's talk about the glass balls and the rubber ball. Okay, done. No,
dude, it's a really it
is good, though. I'm not knocking that. It's important.
Well, and I didn't realize there was only 5. For me, my life has more.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
I have 33.
25.
Yeah.
Not 26. But I really do feel so Talking about good news to bad news to good news?
Yeah, it's always good. We need to, this is positive, man.
Yeah. Well, so it's not a secret. My kid's kind of a jerk on the occasion. She got in trouble on the bus. You know.
She
got in trouble on the bus.
That. Just say she can be challenging. See, that's a better way to say that.
She's a little baby jerk.
Okay.
I love her with my whole heart. At some point, she is going to run the world if I can get her there. So she comes home and she's very big. She's like I am. You know, accountability is very big in our house. Mom, you know, she calls me. She's with her dad. She's like, Mom, I got to tell you, I was bad on the bus. I'm like, okay, what happened? She was like, everybody around me was yelling, but I was not yelling. And I was like, okay.
Well, then how is she bad?
Well, and I told her, I was like, unfortunately, the way the world works, who you associate with, you will be in trouble. Community, who you associate with, you will get in trouble.
Yeah, you become a product of your environment.
Right. So, yes, you were not yelling. I bet she was yelling. But she said she was not yelling, so we're going to say that. And I was like, so how are you going to fix this? She's like, well, I just wanted to tell you because the bus driver said she's going to call and we're going to have this issue. So we have a conversation of, you know, what can we do to fix this situation? And so she comes up with, you know, I'm going to apologize to her in front of everybody. I was like, oh, okay. So I get a phone call the next day and the bus driver is like, your daughter quieted everybody down to apologize to me because we're big on your apology needs to be as big as your mistake. And so she apologized, which led other students to apologize to the bus driver for being so disrespectful. And I was like, okay, we learned something from this. But the bus driver was like, that was the quietest and best 2 days after the bus because the kids were all, you know, ooh, can we be really good now? Like,
so here's the deal. The bus driver can call when the children do stuff, but the school can't call when they don't show up. There's a communication problem there.
Yeah, it is. But I really do. And now the bus ride was, I guess it was from the school to the bus barn. I don't know. It was the short bus ride, whichever one it was. And I'm like, you're on the bus for 5 minutes. How are you causing a scene? I don't know. Kids are kids. And I don't bless these bus drivers and teachers because there is no way my patience could handle children.
I think of one name when it comes to the bus.
Was your bus driver?
No, well, Bill Littlejohn. I remember him. Mr. Littlejohn, he was great. But I think of another name, a young lady named Mandy Alexander. Okay? Mandy became a friend. We were probably in junior high. It was junior high. I remember this distinctively because I remember where the bus picked us up. Mandy had a hard time learning how to spell.
In junior high.
Yeah, and she wrote club as cloud. She flipped the B and the D. So was that dyslexia? Is that what that's called?
Dyslexia. Yeah.
So she had to, I never got on. Well, I did. I made fun of it because I was like, she was trying to start Mandy's Club on the bus.
Oh, and now she's Mandy's Cloud.
So we used to call it Mandy's Cloud. Well, to be part of Mandy's Cloud, I developed an initiation program. The initiation program, this is really bad. I don't know why I did it. I didn't think anything bad of this, and I was taught much better than this. But the initiation to be in Mandy's Cloud, that's what we started calling it, was you had to bring little rocks on the bus. Can you already tell where this is going?
No, but I'm like, what a random...
You had to bring rocks on the bus. Like driveway rocks, we're
like
talking...
gravel.
No, bigger than that. Bigger ones.
Pebbles.
No. I'm talking like...
I like that you're looking around like there's just going to be random rocks.
Trying to find something. Like your key fob here, all right? Your key fob, about that big,
Okay.
Kind of like that, okay?
That is a rock.
You picking up what I'm putting down? Mm-hmm. So in order to be part of Mandy's Cloud, you had to have a rock yay big, golf ball size, maybe a little bit smaller. That's a better way to put it. For some reason, I thought that the cool thing to do with those rocks is you had to throw them out of the window while the bus was going down the road.
Oh, no.
Now, I never intended for people to throw the rocks at anything other than just throw them out.
You should have known better.
But the first time we threw a couple of them, it became fun. We said, this is really fun.
It's only fun when you hit things, though. And that's not good.
It became serious when there was some poor construction guys there doing not
getting
construction,
pelted by.
Well, they were doing surveying. The survey guys, you know what I'm saying? And that's supposed to be one of the most relaxing jobs that you can have as a surveyor. They make great money.
They're picture these people just doing their job.
I remember we drove up distinctively, and these guys are there, and all of a sudden, like 5 rocks just start hitting them.
That's so messed up.
Mandy's Cloud didn't last long, all right? So as we're going down and I was not one of the rock throwers to those guys.
But you instigated it.
But I'll be honest, I was kind of laughing. I was like, that's kind of funny. Then we're going down a road, and it's one of these 2-way roads, 1 lane each way, right? Never forget Mike. I remember all these guys. Mike
I
Muirhead.
love that you're so good with names
Not
for
really.
things that
don't matter.
Yeah.
Mike Muirhead. I remember Mike because he had. This is really random. He had Windows 3.1 on a laptop. We're talking old school Microsoft Windows that ran on DOS, and I thought it was so cool because his theme was red and yellow. Well, the old school Windows, you could pick themes of what you wanted your desktop to be.
Okay.
That theme was called Hot Dog Stand. Don't ask me how I remember all this stuff.
I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, and I really wish I would.
Oh, this is totally random. Hold on. So, see, that's
atrocious.
Yeah, that was his theme. Hot Dog Stand.
Was the colors?
Yes, it's kind of ugly, right?
It's very ugly.
It's black, red, and yellow. Hot dog stand.
Hot dog.
For those of you that are wondering what I'm talking about, let's see. If
Yeah, show that to the peep.
Let's show this to as Jason, our pastor, always says here, show the people. I'm going to show this to the people. So this is there's Hot Dog Stand. Okay,
The hot dog
There's
stand.
Hot Dog Stand. That's Windows 3.1, by the way.
Interesting enough.
The reason I bring all this up, and I'll get back to the story with Mike Muir. The reason that I bring all of this up is because this was the time of dial-up internet had just started to get started. And I thought it was the coolest thing because he had some program where you could chat with people. It wasn't AOL, but it was like cool. It was just a little window and you'd type and talk. I thought that was the greatest thing. So I developed a friendship with Mike. This ties back into the story. I asked Mike, do you want to be part of Mandy's Cloud? I wish Mandy was watching this. She'd probably remember this.
As you pointed out that she was dyslexic at one point. Granted, we are not trying to diagnose those.
And part of the thing was that poor girl brought like snacks for anyone that was in Mandy's Cloud.
Oh.
So she'd bring them once a week on Friday. She'd have little bags and she'd give them to people.
So was it inclusive or exclusive? Because it sounds like it was pretty exclusive.
Yeah, it was exclusive. Like you had to be invited to the Cloud.
You had to bring rocks, throw them at people.
This was the original Cloud, by the way. The Cloud they have now for this was the original Cloud.
Mandy's Cloud.
Started on bus 43. So
why do you remember what bus you rode to?
I remember all this stuff, man. And so we cruise through here, and what happens, Mike, this all goes back to Mike Muirhead. I remember this now. Mike decides, boy, he's going to take a whole handful. He took them out of my box. I had a cool pencil box that I built.
Full of rocks.
That I put rocks in it.
Look
but it was
Martha Stewart with your box of rocks.
I built this, and I put a speaker in that thing, and I had a Walkman. And I would listen to music in that pencil box. It was corny, and because my brother did car audio, so I put a car audio tweeter. That's what they called those.
Yes.
The tweeter speaker in that box, and it even had a grill over it that looked like a stereo box. Mm-hmm. Well, I kept rocks in it. Mike took the rocks. He decided, and he was going to throw them on this.
Yeah, I see where this is going.
All of a sudden, we look and we hear bum, bum. I mean, it was like a gun going off.
Yeah.
This guy's front windshield completely shattered, and it even shattered his side windows. Immediately slams on. I would have too.
Oh, I would have flipped.
Chased down the bus and gets on the bus and starts, like the bus driver stops. He steps up, starts cussing.
Yeah.
And Mike turns like pale white.
Because he's probably about to throw up because he's like saw the life flash before his eyes.
Because I was the one that had the box, I also got in trouble.
Because who you associate yourself with matters. Still, to this day.
We got in
Don't
serious
hang out with
trouble.
people who throw rocks.
My dad said, there's no way I'm going to pay for that, though, because that was the boy that threw him. And so in Mike's family, they were in the fancy neighborhood behind us. You know, we were like in the regular, just kind of homey neighborhood. And then there was literally a back.
The neighborhood.
There was literally a back 40 because we all had 2-acre lots. There was a back 40. And you'd think like, well, 2-acre lots, y'all are doing well. No, back then, if you lived in the country, you were country. Nowadays, it's like you got to be rich to live in the country, and now if you live in the city, you can have less money, but it's a privilege to live in the country now.
Correct.
So back then, though, anybody could live in the country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And anybody could have 2 acres of land. My parents paid I think my mom said, well, that land was $3,000, but by the time we closed on it, they went up to $5,000.
We're not going to talk about what I sell land for now.
Boy, wouldn't that be amazing?
I
bought a tiny lot that I still have to this day in the hill country on 2 streets off of Lake Buchanan. I bought it for $1,900. I'm never selling that.
Don't ever sell it.
So this guy comes on, and Mike ends up paying for it. The conclusion of this long drawn out story is that was the end
Of Mandy's Cloud.
Of the Rock Club and Mandy's Cloud, because we started calling it the Rock Club also. I
can
literally
see
I literally wrote Rock Club.
So
anyways, there you go. That's your needless, pointless story of the day.
I grew up riding horses, right? Homecoming parade, senior year, riding my horse in the parade. Somebody rolled a basketball at my horse. And as much as you think your horse is desensitized to things, random things, not. He was not a fan of the basketball. He sat on the Homecoming King's car. Oh. He sat on it. Put a big dent before the parade even started. And I can just feel that gut embarrassment of what your friend must have felt. Oh. Of like, ooh, that didn't go the way I thought it was going to. And still, Tyree, I apologize for that still to this day.
I just found Mandy. We're friends on Facebook. I didn't even know we were friends on Facebook.
You should reach out to her and be like, hey Cloud Club.
We were talking about Mandy's Cloud today on the show. How funny is that, man? Wow. I love social media. It's like you can reconnect with
okay, so my 15-year reunion is coming up, okay? It's also the same day as the Chamber Gala. So I've gone back and forth.
Great, you're that gala. It's gala.
Gala.
That's too sophisticated. Gala is like, the gala. You got to take it back down to Huntsville. It's gala. Anyways, continue.
That big old shindig on December 13th, put on by the Chamber, is the same day as my 15-year
high school reunion.
And we didn't get one for 10-year.
Huntsville? Where'd you go to high school?
Crosby.
Oh, Crosby.
But I didn't get a 10-year because it was COVID. It was 2020. So I am stuck between, do I go to this or this? But the other side of it, it's like I see where everybody I want to connect with is on Facebook. So I can kind of see how everybody's doing. I don't need to
I didn't really have, this is a whole different story. I want folks to engage with this. Did you have like a bunch of friends in high school, or maybe did you have one, or did you have no friends? I had no friends in high school. I'm not saying
because you were throwing rocks at folks and encouraging them not to be the best versions of themselves.
I don't want to say I had a couple, but I was always, we talked earlier about you're a product of your environment, right? For some reason, I always wanted to be around older people to learn. Mm-hmm. And so because we had the 9th grade center in Georgetown. They had just built a school just for 9th grade at the time. So we went there. It was weird,
So we called that, my school was very similar. We called it the fishbowl.
That's what they called ours. It was the fishbowl, yeah. And there was this, and then the main high school was just right to the side. You could walk between the two. In fact, some of the high schoolers, for whatever reason, had classes over at the 9th grade center. And there was this post in the walkway. And one day, one person stuck gum on that post, and it turned into and the whole thing over the years, they never cleaned it. The whole thing is...
Why? I don't like this conversation.
So we had the 9th grade center. So when I was a sophomore, I was really nervous because I didn't want to go to the high school. I was like, I just didn't really feel like I fit in with anyone. And I tried to fit in. That's the problem. I want to encourage you to quit trying to fit in. My senior year, I quit trying. And it was the best year I ever had, ever in school was my senior year.
Look at you now, still not fitting in, doing the best.
And just going to antiquing. But it was cool because I remember to this day, Billy Clicata.
Now you're just name dropping.
I'm name dropping. Billy Clicata, David Gibson. Those two guys were seniors, and they were cool with me, and they let me hang out with them.
Aww.
And Billy was kind of like that. It was a really kind of cool dynamic because Billy was kind of that, not really like skater, not really grunge, but somewhere in the middle type guy. Like just a cool kind of a cool cat, but kind of kept to himself type dude. You know what I'm saying?
Aloof.
I guess aloof you could say. Had kind of spiky hair. Billy was really cool, and David was more of your kind of your preppy slash what do you call it? Like some lady said it to me this Sunday. It was so funny. Like people who dress like they go to Harvard. What is that called?
Preppy?
No, not prep. There's some other word. And I can't see, I'm naming it. I can't. Anyway, she told me that this weekend. Doggone it. What is the word? Not preppy, but like academy. I don't know what the word is.
I can't help. I don't know.
Anyways, he was kind of in the middle of that.
Okay, pause. I thought, Kyle, I only saw the ooh at first. I thought you were oohing the pole. I didn't realize you were oohing Crosby.
Yeah.
That's rude.
Yeah. So.
Sorry, squirrel. Mean.
So those two guys, we had an area called the Commons at the high school. And the Commons was where you ate breakfast and lunch.
Mm-hmm.
But it was weird because it was kind of sunk in. So imagine a big square and then hallways coming around. So we would hang up on the hallway, on the that overlooked the Commons. And I'll never forget, I thought it was so cool because Billy and David, they would post up on the wall. And the only way I can show it here, people aren't going to be able to see this, but this is what it. Let me show you. This is completely random.
Okay.
But this is how you would do it. You would post up.
With the foot up?
Hold on. Can I do it? No, I can't do it here. Yeah, you would post up like this. So this is how we would just stand here.
So, like Clerks.
Yeah, we would post up.
Like the movie Clerks.
Post up. Yeah. Is that what they still say that word? Post up.
Yeah.
I wish I could have shown that so people
I feel like
could
you
see.
could. You
So
just
that
have to
people
like
could see.
stand in
Yeah,
your chair.
it'd be too hard. But so I'd stand. One foot was on the wall. The cool thing was it was brick.
With the bend.
Yeah, you had the bend, and you had your like thumbs in the pocket, that kind of deal. But the problem was the brick where we posted up every day. It was all dirty. You could see where our feet were.
Ew.
But those two guys, and then this is cool how the Lord works. So you fast forward, good night, 20 years, to 15 years. I meet who's now my wife. Bridget and I have been together 12 years, and I met her through her brother Blake, and Blake is best friends with a guy named Brandon. Well, guess what Brandon's last name is? Clicata. Guess who Brandon Clicata is? It is Billy's little brother.
What a small
Yeah,
world.
isn't that cool? And so through all that, somehow, reconnected, and Brandon's the nicest guy you'll ever meet. And
Aw.
yeah. So anyways, cool story. And I brought all that up because being around older people as a young person always inspired me. And I think that's where I get a lot of like my creativity and a lot of my business mindset is because I learned a lot from being around older people.
Because it's who you surround yourself with.
Mm-hmm.
If you wouldn't trade places with the 5 people you spend the most time with, if you wouldn't trade places with any of them, change your circle.
And then there's Brandon Clicata. There's Brandon. So that's Brandon, which is
That is not how I would have spelled that.
yeah, and then am I friends with Billy? Oh, look, I am. Yeah, and then see, you can see how I kind of told you the skatery grungy
The
type.
vibe.
Yeah, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of that guy. Yeah, and that's Billy, who was always cool with
Interesting.
me. Yeah, and then it's funny, I'm friends with all these guys because and then David. Let's see if there's David.
Friends.
Yeah, when David and I every once in a while shoot messages to each other. Although he disabled all of his pictures because you can't go left or right anymore.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
How private.
yeah, he removed. Where's David at? There's David. So see, he kind of has that not anymore as he got older, but younger. He always had that kind of that preppy vibe to him. That's David, and that's his family. So yeah, those guys were so good to me growing up.
I love that.
Yeah, good dudes.
I'm trying to think. I talked to one person I went to high school with, and her and we were best friends in high school. We kind of didn't talk, but now we still talk pretty regularly.
No, we're one of the 3,038 people in Crosby because the population hasn't changed. In fact, it dropped.
Well, no, I graduated in 2010.
But the population dropped. Look at this. The high point, 3,038, and then you go to 2020. Good night. It almost half the people moved out of the town.
It's not a great place
Half
these
the people
days.
left.
Well,
But they're on the rebound. Look, they're on the rebound.
Well, there was a point where I think the school district had something happen with maybe somebody was dating somebody they shouldn't have.
Oh, see, y'all were down. But that's like,
It's Harris County.
wow. Yeah. Look at it. It's just a little blip.
A little blip on the radar.
Yeah. Wow.
When you got Houston and everything there.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about what it's the national day of, and we'll also talk about what's going on at the Cred. Is that all right?
Yeah.
So let's do that, and we'll continue celebrating. We'll sell Huntsville. But we'll
Not Crosby.
We'll celebrate and promote the good happening. Stay with us. More to come as we continue on. It is a wonderful Wednesday. Engage with us. Kyle's commenting in, and a lot of other people, too. We'd love to hear from you this morning. We'll be back in a moment. This is Good Morning Huntsville on a very, very wonderful Wednesday. As always, it's brought to you by Walker County Federal Credit Union, your full-service community credit union serving Walker County since
1957. I know that now.
We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us, please.
Friends, this is Rob Hipp, and I'm here to talk about a true expert in the real estate world. Let me introduce you to my good friend, Terry Coleman of the Coleman Realty Group.
With 33 years in the business, I've dedicated my life to making your real estate dreams come true. Specializing in residential properties, I serve Walker and Montgomery counties, from Spring to Trinity and areas all around.
They call her your next door agent, and here's why.
I'm not just here to help you find a home or lease a property. I'm here to build lifelong relationships. Whether it's residential or commercial, farm or ranch listings, there's something for everyone.
Now you might wonder, what sets Terry apart from other real estate agents? Well, it's simple. She goes above and beyond for her clients, like the time she surprised a family from California with a fully decorated Christmas tree and gifts when they returned from closing. You shouldn't have to compromise on the joys of home during life-changing moments. So, if you're ready to make your real estate dreams come true, here's what you need to do.
Visit my website at myrealtorterry.com and let's make those dreams a reality.
That's Terry Coleman, your expert in all things real estate.
I'm Terry Coleman, your next door agent, and I can't wait to help you open the door to your new life.
At Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, we're not just a place where children pass the time. We are not a daycare. We are a child care center focused on the growth, learning, and discovery. Every day, children engage in meaningful activities that build confidence, independence, and a love for learning. From reading and math to social and practical life skills, our students are active participants in their development. Ready to give your child something more? Visit tomorrowspromise.info and discover what makes our school different. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Education you can trust.
The church should be transformational. And maybe you've never been to church, or maybe life has left you feeling lost, but Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." At First Baptist Church, Huntsville, a harbor of hope, we're not trying to fit in with the world. We're here to help you step into something greater, a fresh start, a new life in Christ. Join us this Sunday at 10:45 and see what God can do in your life. Visit fbchuntsville.org. Hope is here, and we're saving a seat just for you.
Loving Jesus, loving people side by side. In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope. This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
This is Jason Bay, the pastor at First Baptist Church, Huntsville, and you're listening to Spirit Radio, the spirit of Huntsville.
The spirit of Huntsville, spiritradio.fm.
Hey there, little Nelly. You got any, like, Huntsville phrases like, "Hey there, little hootenelly"?
No, but
Didn't we talk about this? We did.
We talk about it all the time. But I was watching Shoresy this weekend. I don't know if you've watched that. Don't recommend that to anybody with children.
Shoresy?
Shoresy. Yeah.
Is this like Jersey Shore, but a remake of it?
No, it's Canada. Wait. But it's super funny. But he kept saying, "Let's go," and every time he'd say, "Let's go," I'm like, oh. We don't say that here.
We don't. And we don't say it at the awards banquet either.
I know.
You were at that chamber award. She came and was like, I was waiting on you to say, I was going to say, let's go.
But I didn't.
Yeah, don't.
You looked so nice.
Well, I felt snazzy.
You looked
It was
so
weird.
snazzy.
I felt I don't mean this in a rude way. I felt out of place there. I was talking to,
Can we talk about how majority everybody there is like super impactful in the community?
and they're super nice.
And I was
everyone.
like, ooh, I'm so shy. And everybody was like, oh, how are you? And I'm like, I'm nobody.
And I don't mean it. No, it was weird. No, everybody's somebody. You know, and you got don't be. That's the lie of the enemy. Quit that stinking thinking, because everybody is somebody in the eyes of the Lord.
That's really nice.
But the thing is, I just, even though I knew all the, I just felt, I don't know. I was telling my wife, I said, I felt
What
out
did
of
you just tell
place.
me? What did you just tell me? That is the enemy.
No, I know, but I just felt it was weird. And I remember I was talking to Ashley, who works with the Huntsville Item. Ashley's a great friend. She's a wonderful person. Her and her husband, great people. And I was talking to Ashley. I remember telling her, I said, I just, like, I don't ever, up until recently, I get nervous around people now. And I used to never be like that.
Really?
And when I don't like being in large crowds anymore. I really don't.
I think it's age.
I guess. I used to enjoy it, man. Like,
and I shout out to Ashley. I feel like every time I see her, she looks so pretty.
well, she's busy. She's busy. At
She's
the paper.
busy, and she's a great mom,
Mm-hmm.
and she still looks put together. I have one kid half the time and lost my makeup bag. Like,
No, her and her husband, Jonathan, they're just wonderful, wonderful people. And I always tell people, man, you know, when I hear anybody talking about local media, I get upset about it. Yeah, because the paper works. If the paper didn't work, people wouldn't be subscribing to it, and they wouldn't be in business. And I encourage people. Brenda Poe has worked so hard to turn things around over there, and she's done a fantastic job. And I run ads in the paper from time to time, and I don't get a ton of calls, but I get my name out there.
Right.
And people in marketing, Taylor, and the thing is, people think that you have to have an ROI in marketing financially. If they put $5 in, they want to see 50 come out. And that's not the way that marketing works. Marketing is top of mind awareness.
correct.
Because tell me the last time you saw a Coca-Cola commercial. I don't know, but I know I've seen one.
Christmas 10 years ago.
But you've seen them before then, but you don't realize it because they're all over the place.
But they do their selective marketing. Like, so they do TV shows.
But I guarantee when you filled up your last tank of gas, there was a Coca-Cola sign. Don't even realize it's subliminal because it's top of mind.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they do movies
poster.
and shows where you just don't even see it, but everybody's drinking Coke.
Mm-hmm.
You see my sweet little bite mark from my sweet baby from this weekend?
There you go.
Love it.
From your daughter?
Good question. From my dog. From my other sweet baby. I call my child a not nice name, but my dog, I'm like, look, he bit me, but it's fine.
So, no, my whole thing is, man, just support local and support. We have a couple of businesses that just opened up that I wanted to highlight real quick. El Pescador is where Sanders Kitchen used to be, and I'm so sad that Sanders Kitchen closed down because I used to go over there at least twice a week. I get breakfast tacos over there every morning. Her and her mom had that next to the bus station, just down this corner over here.
Where was that?
Right next to the Be Free Gallery and downtown, on over there across from the Old Town Theater and that part of the street. Well, they closed down, and then El Pescador's over there now. Mario, who owns Carboneros, that is a spinoff from him.
He is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about a hospitable person? He is fantastic.
Yeah, wonderful guy. I think of other people in this community like that. I think of Diego over at Sam's Table. Have you been over there?
I have not been to Sam's Table.
Oh, you need to go to Sam's Table, man. You need to meet Diego. He was on the show a while back. Diego's the owner, but he's also very active, and he will come up to you and ask how everything's going. Mm-hmm. He's awesome. And then the other guy that I think of in this town that is really, really great is Sam over at Lee Barron. I always want to say Lee. It's Sam at Lee Barron's. Sam does so much.
I don't dabble in there. But I hear good things.
Yeah, they do so much. They had a carnival out in the parking lot a couple of weeks ago.
They do a lot for the community.
And their media is legit. It looks like they hired professional. I think it's his son that does it all. And it looks like they hired some production company to come in and put together their Instagram clips.
I don't know what it is with kids. So my kid yesterday on her unintentional day off made a Christmas list presentation PowerPoint. So she's making a PowerPoint so that she can send it to me, her dad, and her grandparents. And she's even putting notes on who she wants to buy her what things, because we can't have the same Christmas list because we don't want to double up. And I was like, extra. But I feel like kids these days get it. They get it more than we do. It's because we have hot dog schemes, and that's how we grew up. And she's like, let me do a Canva presentation for you.
Nah, we had red, black, and yellow Windows theme. So you weren't a Windows 3.1 though. You were like a Windows 98. That was probably you.
I feel like you're saying that in an offensive way, but I don't think you're wrong. I'm like, I don't know what I was.
You're a Windows 98.
Gross. Ugh. I feel like that's a big jump from 3 to 98.
As long as you weren't a Windows ME. Oh, that was
I don't know what any of this means.
See, exactly.
All I know is we had a family computer in the living room.
Did everyone had that? Was it a Packard Bell with the speakers attached to the big monitor? Do you remember those?
I don't remember. But I know it had I don't even know if it had a printer. But my dad had this. My dad's a pilot. I don't know if we've ever talked about this. Yeah, my dad's a pilot. And so he had this game, this simulation game.
Microsoft Flight. So he had the joystick.
It looked like that.
He had that monitor, right? That is the number one selling computer back in the day. That's the Packard Bell, and it had the speakers on the monitor on the side of it.
Yeah.
And everyone had one of those.
All I wanted
except
was
us. We couldn't afford
I
one.
wanted the clear one with the colored background. That
that's Apple. But that's Apple.
But that's what I wanted, because I wanted to be cool so bad. That is not what we had.
See, that's how they scam everybody. That was the one. Everyone got this because they sold it at Walmart. Everybody had the Packard Bell. Everyone except our family. Like I said, everybody had that.
Yeah, that was it.
Was that it? I knew it was, because everybody. That was the computer of the '90s, right there.
Interesting.
The Packard Bell.
Interesting.
Anyways, those are.
But yeah, he had that game, and then I had my little Let's Ride game, my little horse game on there.
That's what developed your passion for horses. There
No,
see,
it wasn't. But it let me realize that horses are cheaper on the internet. They are in real life.
I'm thinking of back in the day. It was the Denver Broncos running back, and I forgot who it was. But he, in a press conference, he said, "Let's ride," and that became a meme on the internet. When you said that, I thought of that guy. I got my "Let's Ride" game.
So really funny, not funny is I've had some really semi-embarrassing things that have stuck with me. That, what's embarrassing to you, nobody else really remembers. So I was president of the Horsemen's Association in college, because as one does.
You renamed it to the Horsewoman's Club, too, because you're like, it's not horseman, it's horse person.
Horse person, gender neutral. No, I did not do that. I hate you so much. But I sent out, we were doing a fundraiser of some sort, and I sent out an email to the entire ag department with the abbreviation of what I thought was association.
Okay, I already know where
you see where this is going? I still think about that to this day. That is so embarrassing.
Did people email you back?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, yes. Our little mentor lady was like, "What did you do?" And I'm like, I didn't
Did you at least
know.
have a period on it at the end of it?
Yeah.
Well, they shouldn't have got upset.
But they were like, "Look here, you should know better." I'm like, I did not.
That's funny.
So thanks from the Horsemen's Association.
Great memories, but it made a difference. Well, hey, a couple of things going on. We are here. Welcome back in. Taylor Chandler's here, and with Walker County Federal Credit Union. We'll talk a little bit briefly as we wrap up in just a few moments, but it is the National Day of something. And
sure.
I had it pulled up a while ago. Today is the National French Dip
I love that's
Day.
both where our eyes went. French dip.
Yeah, but is that what do they call that? A Reuben? Is that a Reuben?
That doesn't even look like a French dip.
No. French dip to me is French dip and you dip it in there.
Like a hell of a good dip.
Yeah, but the only chips that I buy are those rigid ones for the French. Oh, I'm thinking of French onion dip.
I was like, I don't think
whole different. Yeah, It's also National Chicken Soup for. Oh my gosh,
for the soul. Did you have those chains?
That's another pet peeve of mine. All the teachers when I was growing up, you need to get chicken soup for the soul.
So I had chicken soup for the horseman's soul, for the horsewoman,
what does
for
that
the
even
daughter's
mean? What does
soul.
it mean, chicken soup for the soul? What does that mean?
Nurturing and good feelings. That's what you need, some chicken soup for your negativity right now.
Well, that was the one. Let's read the Chicken Soup for the Soul books. I never got into those. And even though our teachers, every one of them swore by them. And then the other one that was real popular, Hank the Cow Dog.
I read all those.
I read Goosebumps.
I read those too.
Goosebumps were cool because the covers of them had bumps on them. Mm-hmm. The Goosebumps books
I read all the
cool.
Black Stallion books. I was like a weird horse girl.
Someone had gifted my mother their entire This is Martha Stewart again. Nancy Drew Mystery Collection
Those
books.
were so good.
Hardback
I had the computer game.
Well, we had every single one of those books in hardback, and I used to read those, my mom. One of my favorite books, though, of all time. So weird how you remember stuff.
And the Olsen twins. The Olsen twins had a
Mary-Kate
book.
and Ashley.
I
was a fan. I was a fan.
Still a fan.
But I did not like Full House when it was Baby Michelle. I used to get really angry when I was a kid because Baby Michelle just wasn't funny to me.
Because she was a baby.
Yeah, exactly. I did not like it. I would turn it off.
Got it, dude.
Yeah, I didn't. I liked it when she became older and you could understand what she was doing. One of the best books that I ever read growing up, and I'd love for somebody to chime in if they know about this. And it's just, I don't even know why it was such a good book to me, but it was some book called Johnny Texas. And my mom had it. See, one of our great aunt was a teacher. Mm-hmm. And so she had all of these books. Maybe that's where I love books, even though like I have a ton of books and I'll read parts of them, but I never finish them. Never. But I will read like 5 of them in a row, but I never finish.
That stresses me out.
Yeah.
See, I'm a reader. I'm an audiobook person. I'm a book person right now, but not these kind of books.
Johnny Texas was by a lady named Carol Hoff, and this is the description. In the early days of Texas history, 10-year-old Johann comes from Germany with his family to settle in this vast land and soon grows to love his new home, full of adventure and fun for the intermediate young reader.
Okay, Oregon Trail. Pause. We had to play Oregon Trail in our computer class in school. Did you have to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Where it wasn't just a fun game. It was like a part of the curriculum.
Mm-hmm. And the problem is...
I never won.
Well, the problem is you
Oregon.
played it on a fancy computer. I already know you did because, you know, it is what it is. This is the computer that I played Oregon Trail on. I specifically
That's not even a computer. That's a calculator.
Well, that's what I played it on. It was the Apple IIe. It was garbage.
That is garbage.
And it was green screen, and they looked like this. It was the top selling. This is how Apple really started making their money, was that computer, because they sold it to schools.
I just realized that my face is saying what my mind can't. I love that for you.
Yeah, thanks. So that's what we had to play Oregon Trail.
No, we
on.
played a semi-decent, but
There it is. That's exactly it.
Oregon Trail and everything. Monochrome monitor.
Well, it's green. Yeah, it's green monochrome. And I remember this computer because they didn't have hard drives. They had these big old disk drives, these 5 1/4, and you had to. That was the exact computer that we played it on.
I wonder how much it would be to buy that now. Pricing and history. Oh, it's sold.
Yeah.
Someone bought it.
So the thing is, when you would die in that game, you could leave a tombstone, and we would always and it would save it on the disc, and so we'd always make up stuff. So the next person that played the game
would know where you died.
Say like, oh, there's little Tommy. He died from a shovel.
Snake bite.
I would type like, here's little Tim. He got hit in the head with the shovel, and that was on my tombstone.
Oh. No, like I never made it to Oregon, and that still stuck with me. And I tried to find a game for my phone, like an Oregon Trail. No, can't find them.
I would always run some people, if y'all don't know what we're talking about, you need to go look up Oregon Trail because you can find it online and play it now. But I would always start out with hardly any clothes because you could buy clothes.
Right, as you go. Make your own clothes.
I would do like 3 sets of clothes for a family of 5. I would start out as like a teacher. I didn't do the banker or whatever. I would always do a job that unfortunately didn't pay me. I'd do it on purpose though. I would run at a grueling pace. Remember this? Not a slow and steady, but grueling.
Right.
And the meals would be meager. And I would always try to see how fast. How fast they would get jacked.
Perish?
They would get jacked up.
Wow.
And like 3 days into it, it's like, Tommy has a broken leg. Do you want to rest?
No.
And then I would ration the meals.
God, you're evil. No, I played that. That was like a good, exciting day in the computer lab.
See, and I don't even think they have a computer lab anymore. You know what I'm saying?
No, because my kid comes home with the Chromebook.
Yeah, that's just...
Without Oregon Trail on it. I already asked.
Things have really changed. There it is. There's the original Oregon Trail right there online. You can play it right now. Isn't that cool?
I'm not going to do anything at work today.
Hold on one second.
Nobody call me with problems today.
Look, my mouse got locked into the browser. And
my God. Look how nostalgic. It's slow.
Yeah, this is really reliving the past. Hold on. The people need to see this real quick. This is very important this morning for the show.
What is your choice?
Look, there we go. This is extremely important.
Travel the trail.
Okay, so what I would do is I would say like, all right, let's travel the trail.
Okay. I like that you're having to put in the number.
You had to
hit enter.
Yeah, I would be like be a farmer because they didn't make much money. Okay, What is the first wagon leader? Timmy. Okay. This one's Joan. I'm just making these up. Rachel, Billy Bob, and then Pencil. That's it. It's just some random kid named Pencil, okay? Are these names correct? Yes. All right. Let's go ahead and leave in July so it's really hot, and then we get there in the middle of winter, right? Okay.
God, you're evil. I love it.
This is how you do it.
You can buy whatever you need.
Okay. They're telling you all this. I remember this. So let's do one oxen. How many do you want? Just
one ox, one yoke.
One there. Let's food. Oh, wait. How many clothes? Let's just do 3 sets of clothes. All right. You follow me?
For 5 people. No food. You did not buy any food.
Food. Let's do, what says you need at least 200. So we'll do 200 pounds. Ammo.
No spare parts.
Just 1 box. Yeah, and then no spare parts. And then space to leave. You're ready to go. You hear the music? This is it. This is
Yankee Doodle Dandy?
Yeah. Okay. Watch this. Here we go. We're going to change the pace. 4. We're going to go to, see, I remember.
Grueling pace.
Grueling pace. All right.
Rations are filling.
No, we're going to
No, they're not. They're going to be bare bones.
Bare bones. And we're going to continue on the trail. And there we go. And then I used to see how long it would take before someone broke a leg. See, it's hot, good. Broken arm. 2 days into it. Oh,
it has dysteria. You're not going to make it.
Oh, look, they stole the rest of the clothes.
Oh, no, here comes a river.
Very hot. Fair. This is where we're at. Hold on.
You are now.
All right, hold on. Would you like to look around? Nah, we ain't got time. And this is where you would cross the river.
And nobody ever makes it across the first one.
Okay,
with
look,
everybody.
It says it's deep. It's only 1.6, so you probably could. I'm just gonna go ahead and ford the river. Okay, that means you're gonna go through it.
Right, you're just gonna trudge on.
Let's see if stuff falls out.
It shouldn't because there's nothing in there.
Not at a 1.6. Hold on.
You successfully made it across.
Okay, hold on. All right, we've made it across. Now we're gonna continue on. 82 miles. We're poor now. Okay.
We're getting worse.
Look at Kyle's helmet, by the way.
That's hilarious.
It's the Oregon Trail. You're now at Big Blue. No, we've made it a pretty good way. Okay, here we go. River We're going to go ahead and just ford it again. Means we're going to go across. This is really important for the morning show, by the way.
It really is. We're all learning so much. Okay. Oh man, it's in color now.
Oh, we got stuck in the mud. We lost a day. So at least
we carried through.
Still got food. 140 pounds. Here we go. Hot, poor. Let's size up the situation real quick.
Bare bones, grueling pace, poor health, very hot.
Yeah, we don't
hunt for food.
Nah, we just
I used to love shooting the bears.
You can do that. All right, we're still going.
I'm so sorry to wait. This is what I'm going to be doing all day during my lunch break.
Hunt for food. Hunt for food. All right, there's all your keys. Okay, escape key. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, will he go? No, you can't. You can only just. Boy, it's delayed.
Well, did somebody steal your ammunition?
No, I have a couple of bullets. Oh,
it was a buffalo. It wasn't a bear.
Oh, you got to. Oh.
Wow, you're really bad at this.
All right, we're done.
No wonder you died.
All right, we'll continue on. I'm just trying to get bad water. Perfect. Here we go. Very poor now. Would you like to look around? No way. I'm surprised we've made it this far.
Yeah, we're 20 days in. 23 days in. Pencil has the fever and a broken arm.
Pencil.
Inadequate grass. Oh, my God, our oxen's going to die.
Oh, got some wild fruit, though.
Our oxen is going to die.
We only have one.
One ox?
Oh,
Rachel broke her arm now. Joan has typhoid. Dude, we're 25 days in.
When did we start?
July 1st.
Oh, okay. This ain't bad.
We're doing great. Everybody's poor.
Oh, a hailstorm.
Hailstorm? But we found some. Billy Bob has a fever.
God, the whole family's falling. Oh, pencil's gone. There you go. Anyways.
So that was our first.
Would you a gravesite? Yes.
Here, Liza.
And that's where we would put stuff on those, remember? Because you could put whatever you want on
Yeah, but
those.
I put nice things about my people, and you're like, Dad.
Do you want to save your game? There you go. Anyways, that was really important this morning for the show. Just some nostalgia here on Good Morning.
That made me so happy, though.
There you go.
That was nice.
See, there you go. If you don't know what we're doing, then you need to figure it out. Education is important, Kyle said.
See, I really feel like that's what kids should be doing today. Real life things.
They should.
Can you take care of a family on your meager rations?
Bare bones.
Your bare bones rations at a what pace? Blistering.
Yeah, blistering. Forget
grueling.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're going to wrap it up. Taylor, thanks for hanging out with us. Taylor's here with Walker County Federal Credit Union, your full-service community credit union. Taylor, what's going on? I know interest rates have been really well.
Yeah.
Give us some updates on what folks can do, and
so we've
come
got
in and get an account.
Right now, we're doing a lot of refinancing with vehicles. A lot of people are buying cars right now. I don't know if it's just the weather. Love that for them. But lots of new cars, people buying, refinancing. I've got quite a few land loans rocking and rolling right now. Businesses, a bunch of people are trying to get as much as they can by the end of the year. I'm trying to think. We got a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
Like we're all head down and doing things, not
just
entertaining.
Not just cooking cookies, credit union cookies on Friday.
We hadn't had credit union cookies in a hot minute.
You mentioned something. I want to highlight this. You talked about land loans, and a lot of folks may not realize that you guys do that. Maybe can you explain a little bit more of that process? Because I think that's something important to touch on.
So we can actually go from you buying the land all the way to building your home. So we actually do construction loans too, and I think that's another thing that people don't realize that we can do.
Y'all don't do mortgages.
We don't do mortgages.
You do the construction
so
loan.
we can do everything until you move in.
Gotcha.
So with our land loans, we can typically get you closed within 4 to 6 weeks. If you are currently a member, you can buy outside of the county, or you can buy into the county, and we can finance it. We have a really good relationship with an appraiser, our title companies. I mean, it's me, so you get to work with me through the whole process, and so I'm pretty informative. Go in and look at those Google reviews. Like I have good Google reviews. But yeah, so with the land loans, we can one of the few people that can finance 90%.
Wow.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of places have a minimum of 15% down. We just require 10, depending on your credit worthiness, as always. But, and we can go down to, I think, oh my gosh, please don't quote me on this, a 640 is the lowest credit score we can loan to.
It's not bad.
It's really not.
No.
But like we can do new construction. Now you can do, if you wanted to do like a remodel, we do that as well. We just need security. So it would be a secured loan. But
any questions? Come by and see Taylor. She'll take care of you.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah. Y'all do it all.
Common questions.
Y'all really do it all, and we're going to have our car paid off, one of them in July, and I'm really looking forward to that. Y'all have been so good on that over the last 5 years.
We have our skip-a payment going right now. So because we're always trying to help our members out as much as possible, holidays are hard. And so November, December, you are able to skip a payment. Does that mean you don't need to do the payment? No, it rolls it to the end. But it's kind of nice not to pay your car note for a month.
Yeah. Well, go by and see them. They do a lot in the community. Taylor's here and Toy and the whole crew. We appreciate them so much and what they do. And download our app because we have so much content now on Hello Huntsville. And we couldn't have the app. We couldn't have the show. We couldn't have the website if it wasn't for our foundation support of friends like Walker County Federal Credit Union. So, well, that'll wrap it up. It's been a fun day. You go out today. Have a great day, everybody. Come tonight. Again, you don't have to be a member. We're having our fellowship behind the gym tonight. Bounce houses, hot dogs. It's going to be fun. Yep, tonight. So come, 5:30. It's going to be a really awesome time of fellowship, and everyone is welcome as we do our party at the FLC tonight here at First. So come and be a part of that as we wrap up.
Is it going to be over there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right on the back side of the building. So it'll be fun. It's going to be a beautiful day. As I remind everybody, always listen to this, please, that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. I promise somebody out there needs you. Taylor, thanks for hanging out. Fun morning.
Yeah, I've had a good tuxin.
All righty. Well, we'll see you guys. Have a blessed day, everybody. See you, Taylor.
Bye.